couple thoughts about my brother Fred. First of all, those of you who left messages at imus.com, and there are over almost 60 pages of them, I read every single one of them. And so did Deirdre, and so did Wyatt. And there's no way to thank everybody. There's literally thousands of people. You know, he influenced and entertained millions of people in this country. So. But I did think, as I said last hour, a couple of things about my brother dying, and that was, and is, that we have kids here at this rancho. They'd give anything to have been able to live 69 years. I got an email from Jenna Lee when her husband's a Navy SEAL, when those kids were killed in Afghanistan. There's not a young man in that helicopter who wouldn't have given anything to be 69 years old. So, and I understand that people, every instant of every moment of every second, somebody dies. So, and somebody close to you dies. And I don't think my brother dying is any more important or any less important than any other death of any person on this planet. But I was like his father. So it was like that. So, and you know how that is. But the folks at Outlaw Country were great, Stevie Van Zandt and all those people. My brother liked Brian Williams. He told me once, he said, anybody who understands NASCAR understands this country. So they did a nice little thing. So did Rick Kaplan and folks at ABC. And if you haven't seen Neil Cavuto's piece at imus.com, that's genius. So I appreciate all that. And thank you to Lou Rufino and Warner, Mark Stone were wonderful. You all were. I appreciate it. David Hinckley and Lupica, and my wife. You know, she'd let him do anything. We all had to eat packing material here at the ranch. Whatever Fred wanted, why, she'd have him fixed for him. She wouldn't let him smoke here, but he could. He could. She never said anything to him. Whatever he wanted to do was fine. I mean, it's like I was talking. But the dogs, you know, we have dog pour out here. The dogs, you know, they go on the hacienda, and it's a beautiful place here. They pee on the rug. She didn't say anything to them. Of course, if I did that. But then, of course, if I did that, as I mentioned before, that would be a bigger problem, wouldn't it, Bernie? So
no question.
Yeah. I mean, we may be approaching that point, but.
We've seen it before, and it could happen again.
So we had a wonderful memorial here at the ranch. We got Fred's horses. They're back here. That's where he wanted them. They're here. Had them here in West Bowmaster. Got in the freight line and went to Tucson and was back in 12 hours with them. So, and Fred's here, too, his ashes. He wanted to be cremated, his dogs. So he died of a broken heart, is really what happened, in his sleep. So, and I finally heard from Charles. So, too bad Charles is not dead.
Jeez. You don't mean that.
Well, no, I don't.